Hello beautiful people and welcome. In today's video we are multiplying polynomial expressions. So the very first one we start with is the distributive property. And what the distributive property does is it takes each term and multiplies it by the entire bubble after. So for example, I have a binomial times a binomial. So the first term in the first binomial is 2x, and I'm going to multiply that by the x plus 3. Then I'm going to add that second term multiplying by the entire bubble, which is 4 times x plus 3. So I'm going to do that twice. I'm going to do that once for the 2x. I'm going to do that the secondary time for the 4. And then after that, you start multiplying and expanding. So how do I multiply? Well, I distribute. So that means I have 2x times x here. So I have 2x times x. I also have 2x times 3. And I have here 4 times x, and I have 4 plus 4 times 3. And once you're here, you can then start simplifying. 2x times x, that means I have 2x squared, plus 2 times 3 is 6x, plus 4x, plus 4 times 3 is positive 12. And we get to combine like terms if we have any. We do. We have a 6x and we have a 4x. So that means my final answer is 2x squared plus 10x plus 12. So that's one method. The other method is the FOIL method. So for FOIL method, it's kind of going through these steps. First, you're going to multiply the first terms together. Then you're going to multiply the outer terms together. Then you're going to multiply the inner terms together, and then the last. So this is how it looks like. Your first terms here, these are your first. So that means x squared times x. This is your first. Then you have your outer. Your outer are these last two terms here, your outer. And I take that back. I hesitated. I said it. Those would be your last term. So that's your last term. So your outer term are going to be this. So this is your first. Your outers are these two. So it would be x squared times 2. Then you would have your inner, which are these two. So 3 and x. And now you would have your outer, which is 3 and 2. Basically, it's kind of like the distributive property. X squared is being multiplied to this x and also being multiplied to 2. 3 is being multiplied to this x and it's also being multiplied to 2. And you can kind of see that here. Combining like terms, I have x times x squared times x, that is x cubed, plus 2 times x squared, that is just 2x squared. Here I have just a 3x, and here I have a 3 times 2, which is 6. Here's my answer. We're going to do that one more time. I'm going to get to another sheet of paper. Let's multiply this one more time. Let's say I have 5x plus 3 times 2x minus 4. So to FOIL this out, you're going to do your first terms first, so 5x times 2x. Then you're going to do your outer terms, which is 5 times negative 4. Then you're going to do your inner, which is 2x times 3. And then you're going to do your last terms, which is the constants, which is 3 and negative 4. Now, in between them, all you're going to do is just add them together before expanding. So let's expand this real quick. 5 times 2 is 10. X times x is x squared, plus negative 4 times 5 is a negative 20. Bring down the x. 2 times 3 is 6. 6, and we have this x here. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Combining like terms, I see I have two terms with x's. So I have, what is this? A negative 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So a negative 14x here and a minus 12x. here. So that's the FOIL method. Moving on to the box method is our last method. Sometimes you will not have a binomial by a binomial. You're going to have a polynomial, right? So a binomial by a polynomial. And so with the box method, you're going to create a box, and each term has this little section. So I have 2x squared space plus 5x space minus 6. Here I have two terms, which is 3x space negative 4. So I'm going to create boxes for them, and you're going to multiply them. Negative 2 times 3 is a negative 6. X squared times x is x cubed. Now it's just like multiplication, now we're dragging. So now in this box I have 3 times 5, which is 15. X times x, which is x squared. Here I have negative 6 times 3, which is negative 18. X, we have an x. There we have negative 4 and 2, which gives me a positive 8, x squared. Here I have a negative 20x, again multiplying. And here I have a positive 24. From here, you can notice that things diagonally can simplify. Make sure you have like terms. So I have a negative 6x cubed, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 x squared. Here I have 38 negative x and a 24 left over. So this is our final answer here for the box method. Thank you so much for watching. We will do many examples in class, and I hope you have a wonderful day.